Hello everyone, SDI here, and I'm back with Fallout 4. Now, let me tell you something, it's been a long time since I recorded Fallout 4. Very long time. I can't even remember what the last thing we did, honestly. I think it's something about a giant robot. I'm not actually pretty sure what we had to do, but I'm pretty sure that we are basically at the end. If there's more to this, I'm gonna be pretty surprised, honestly, that there is even more than this. Anyways, sorry. Anyways, we're getting close to the end of Fallout, and to my own opinion about Fallout 4. Now, of course, my opinion might not be that much appreciated nor valued, but it's still my opinion, and I feel like a YouTuber, like someone who makes video games, and some people who watch videos kind of are interested in my own point, so my own opinion, sorry, and point, of course. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about, because honestly, it's Fallout 4. Let's just play. I'm pretty sure that we are about to do about to finish the quest with the giant robot, so maybe we have to do something with that. As you can see here, the giant robot is totally finished.
Dr. Ingram.
And we gotta talk to Ingram.
Are going to do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee,
Oh,
I have to admit.
sorry, I thought she talked.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Dr. Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
You know what, Doc? I hope too. And why do we have that monocle or whatever there? Anyways, again, talk Procter Ingram.
28s are going to do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Procter Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
It'll work.
Full confidence in everyone's abilities here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I
That
it's
was a
time
little
for
bit
you to
weird, but
perform the
okay.
power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm going to let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
That's
It would
true.
be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Me, huh? Really? Me? Seriously? You heard what Dr. Lee just said. Trained technician. We're not that trained, but sure, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff.
Online.
Whoa.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command. Accepted.
Whoa. Now this is cool.
He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module. Online. Audio functionality test. Initialized. Designation. Liberty Prime. Mark II. Mission.
Anchorage, Alaska.
Anchorage,
What?
Alaska.
Anchorage, Alaska.
Primary targets. Any and all red Chinese invaders.
Whoa.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime. Full system analysis. All
Okay.
systems. Nominal. Weapons.
Hot.
Hot.
Cool, cool. This is cool.
Nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning. Power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart. Recommend.
This is very cool.
Ability to repel red Chinese invaders. Compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
Pretty good. I think I'm gonna go with amazing. And power core?
Study said about his power core.
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to
It's
your
kind of
next
funny.
assignment,
He was designed.
I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
Think I'll need it.
Think I'll need it for my next assignment?
I don't know, but it never hurts to be prepared.
That's kind of true.
Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxon said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
No problem, Ingram. No problem. Here's the thing. Well, I guess we're gonna go with Proctor Ingram. One thing it's really cool. I want to see is what the? I mean, this is so awesome. Look at this. Look at this shit. Oh man. It's also kind of interesting that he was created to, well, I guess I'm gonna go with it was created to actually destroy or I guess prevent invasion of the Red Chinese on Alaska. Now I do know some about some lore, and apparently it was all about the war for resources, and China invaded Alaska, basically the US and the troops with power armor in China to kind of make the Chinese go back because America didn't have enough troops or something like that, and that they conquered Canada, and apparently Liberty Prime was created. Simple as that. I mean, it's less complicated than the Dark Souls lore. I mean, obviously, everything is less complicated than Dark Souls lore. Everything. No, it isn't. Dark Souls lore can be really, really simple if you want to draw it down to basics. Which basics are, you're actually a nobody in an asylum, attempting to survive, willing to survive. You survive. You go some knight that is crestfallen tells you, crestfallen knight tells you, you need to ring 2 bells of awakening because of some fucking prophecy. Because RPGs. And then you do it, and then all of a sudden a serpent shows up. They tell you need to go kill more bosses. Basically, if you want to see the true story of Dark Souls, go check out Dark Soup. Dude, the videos of Dark Soup are amazing, and they're speaking true to the story. Basically, go kill more bosses. I'm not kidding. I wish I could kid about that, but no, it's actually pretty simple as that. You actually just kill more bosses. That's all. And I know that's just the barest of the bare stories you can actually have about Dark Souls. Dark Souls story. But if you want to go deep, then you can spend all day debating about the Dark Souls story and actually get nowhere, because Dark Souls story is like a philosophical story. It's a philosophical debate in itself, because there's no definitive answers. Mr. Miyazaki did say some things, but now the most important thing Mr. Miyazaki said about Dark Souls is the pendant, which is basically a useless thing. Yeah, just like a fond memory of you trying to find out what the pendant is used for. But in actuality, what's this? Main deck. But in reality, it's just a pendant. It does nothing. But many people try to find out, and that's kind of the great history of Dark Souls lore hunting ages, if you're gonna call it like that. I'm gonna call it an age of Dark Souls hunting, lore hunting, which is very important actually to all of the knowledge we have right now about Dark Souls and its
Affected parties will
history,
have their lead
which we
compensated in the next
still
available
don't know
opportunity.
that much, honestly. We don't know many things about Dark Souls history, nor the lore, nor the time lapse, nor nothing, honestly, just because it's well hidden. Honestly, it is a well hidden I'm trying to say a well hidden time lapse, which is again pretty awesome that we still have to see, you can still see something like that. Okay, just pretty awesome. You can extra power armor to repair it. I think we do have enough things to repair it. I am over encumbered, which is totally okay. Repair. Oh, I like the requirement. Oh shit. Well, yeah, anyways, let's now go inside and let's go and kick some institute ass. Sorry. First of all, let's go talk to why can I not walk? There we go, I can walk again. But in all honesty, let's go and save the game first of all, because we repaired the power armor at least a little bit. It's not actually that much repaired, but it's still in a working condition. Anyways, let's go and talk to Brother Elder Maxim and see what he has to say about the happenings. Sup, man?
Elder
Sup?
Maxim?
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not to
Not
hide.
at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented.
Okay.
Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
Impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After everything I've achieved, why would I jeopardize my position here?
You make a fair point.
Yeah, that's true. Why would we even try to lie?
Which means I've decided to take you at your word.
Okay, Maxon, you really are a fanatic, but
Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate. A monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future. Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
I won't do it. Dance deserves a chance to explain himself.
You will do it. This is not up for judgment or debate.
dude, he literally.
I expect you to follow it without question. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Now this is fucked up. Okay, let's talk about the situation we're in. Paladin Dance is apparently a synth, and yet he embodies the spirit of the Brotherhood. He's full of, loyalty, duty, do your mission till the end, no one is left behind, like true spirited, true believing soldiers who believe in the cause they're fighting for. And yet it turns out that he himself is a synth. And I mean, if I was in Elder Maxim's point, I would actually see what Paladin Dance knows and if he can be trusted instead of full execution, because then we again go back into fanaticism, sorry. It's fanatic to actually execute a person, well, actually a synth, who basically fought for your ideals. He fought for the idea of liberty, of domination of the human race again, and not the synth, not the institute, but the human domination again. And that's, you know, that's kind of the problem I have, is we now have to kill him, and that's a living kitty. That's a kitty. Not that cute of a kitty, but it's a kitty. Anyways.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dan.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
What do you know about the situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Dance under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
Probably missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a transistor radio. I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. No matter. I've been
Motherfucker!
Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any.
Okay, this is it. We have to talk about some shit. First of all, about the Brotherhood and about the people that are in the Brotherhood. This is now some fucking bullshit that I will not stand for. Unfortunately, we are with the Brotherhood just because I'm not gonna do the Minuteman quest because it's just too long. Okay, I mean this is even long, but the other one is just so annoying with the Salmans, with the fuck that shit.
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just
I'm not gonna.
turn your back on him.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't want to.
A mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up.
Motherfucker, I will fucking kill you. I will go ape shit on all the Brotherhood if you don't shut the fuck up.
Station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to...
Oh,
Knight, if
motherfucker.
you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take
At this
anything.
point, I'll take all the help I can get.
Very good, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
Okay. I'll first of all save the game. Second of all, this is what we talk about fanatism and blindness of the human race, and why we'll probably all hate each other till the ends of time, until, if you haven't watched the movie Equilibrium, someone finds a drug, or you know, experiments and gains a drug that totally destroys emotion. Here's the thing. That dude right there said, I mean, we said we'll miss him, because honestly we'll miss him. Paladin Dance is an honorable character. He is the perfect knight to any king, so that's kind of obvious. He's ready to fight for a cause until he dies. Till his last breath. That's okay. But look at this motherfucker right here. He said, I don't miss him. I doubt I miss a synth. because I don't miss a radio basically. Motherfucker, let me ask you, if you didn't know that he was a synth and yet he had to be killed, would you fucking miss him? You see, that's the blindness of ideology, and why ideology in itself is bad. It blinds the people. Heck, everything, almost everything in your entire life will blind you. I mean, everybody is blind at some point. In some point of their time, they're blind until they're ready to accept that there are different outcomes to everything. Literally everything. Nothing is like you've been taught that is the truth. Like sometimes parents tell you like, this is it, this is it, this is it, and you believe them because, well, fuck, they're your parents. Or they're your parent. No. It's your fucking parents. Of course who are you gonna believe in your parents? Who? Some dude on the street? Some guy speaking in a fucking microphone over a video game? No, you're not gonna believe the dude on the microphone. No, you're gonna believe your fucking parents. Because they gave, your mother gave birth to you and your father fucking put his seed in your mother. That's why you're here in this world. No fucking magic bullshit, but that's biology. And they tell you some things that might not be true because they themselves have been told from their parents. That's where the blindness comes. We're all blind at some point until we're ready to face it and say, hey, there's different outcomes, there's different people, different ways, different everything. Nothing is the same except life and death. The moment everybody is born the same, meaning they come out of the utero or the womb or vagina, whatever you're gonna call it, and everybody dies in a fucking grave. Or dies, basically, more precise, dies. That's the only truth that no one can take away from you. No one. No one can blind you. That is the truth, and no one should try to blind you about that. Because that is the fucking truth. Everything else could be in itself. Truth can be a lie at any point of time until we have proof of it. And that's why ideology is so bad, because just because maybe 2, 3 sins, 5,000 sins fought against the Brotherhood doesn't mean that all sins are bad. Heck, throughout the whole game we've meeting a couple of sims who are actually pretty good. They don't fight for ideology, but fight for actually kind of morality in itself. Dan fought for ideology, yes, but he also fought what he fought was moral. He wanted the dominance, like every human would want at some point, is the dominance of the human race. To get back where the humans are the top of the food chain and everything else is down. Because predators want to be at top, no, they don't want to be at bottom, they want to be at top. And so, the Institute is the same, except their ideology is more like, we create Sims trying to restore the previous life. Not to actually get a new one, to accept the reality of the new one, but to actually try to make the old life come back. Which is never gonna come back. You cannot make history come back. It's impossible. That's why probably time traveling will be impossible to do. Warping, probably. Warping time, like warping basically the dates could be possible, but that is not time. That might be time traveling, but it could also be a different dimension in itself. Because there's nothing saying that it's not true that different dimensions exist. Where basically your decision right now could be totally different than you made. Totally different. And we can basically take it like that to travel to a different dimension, then travel back to our dimension at a different time, which basically means warping dimensions, and then go, basically like that, travel through time. So yeah, the railroad agency, whatever you want to call them, basically organization basically, is an ideology based on all Sims are free, which is also idiotic and blind in itself, that Sims are actually tools. They cannot be humans. Yes, They can look like humans, they can feel like humans, they can sound like humans, they can have emotions like humans, but they're not fucking humans. You know, it's not human that defines us, like the language, the thought, the body. It's the insides. It's the fucking heart, lungs, that we can stand on both legs and that we actually call ourselves in our own tongue human. That's why you cannot say like animals are dumb beings, because they're not. They have their own thoughts, but you know, their basic thought is like, I have to find food, I have to survive, I have to take care of the family and protect the territory. It's not like humans, where humans try to advance our own life. Like we try to make a life be longer, be safer, have more technology, have more easier lives, live easier lives. Sorry. That's the difference between everything, and that's why I don't say it on the videos, but I do say it to my mom and to people that I know, is we're animals. We're not something special. We're animals in itself. We have animal tendencies. The first and probable thing is that males have to be better at everything because it's an animal tendency. Who is the leader of the pack? It's a male. It's not a female. Most of the cases, there probably are some cases where females were actually leaders of the pack, but again, it's special occasions. It's not actually all that common. Fights. What's the need of fighting? Seriously, why do we need to hate each other? Because some person has better things that we do? Who? Try to have better things. I mean, he probably had more luck than you did. Doesn't mean you're not going to have any luck in your next decisions than he does. I mean, there are many things where a human can rise through hardship, trying to rise, and then tumble down so fast that the human didn't even blink. Just fall. And the fall, you're not gonna stop the fall. You're just gonna fall. There's no stopping it, because we remember mistakes of others, and we reluctantly accept our mistakes. But we can't wait for mistakes of others. It's like we're all envious, cynical, human-hating motherfuckers. That's right, not racist, not homophobes, not anything, but literal human haters. Because when we go race, it's so fucking stupid, because we're all human. It's the fucking pigment that differentiates us from others. Like, for example, me and someone from the Northern Europe is more whiter than me, because I have a different pigment than he does, or it does, basically. I'm not gonna say like it's all he or she, let's call it it. That's why it's fucking stupid. We're all fucking same race. There's no difference. We're all the same race. We're all human. That's why you don't go like, oh, this tiger is white, so he's a special race of tiger. That's also stupid. It's fucking tiger. The racist tiger is just a different, different hair on the tiger. Different height, different, whatever we're gonna call it. I mean, it's stupid. And that's why I hate fucking racism and fucking hate in itself, because I understand if you hate a person because the person did something wrong to you. That's fucking understandable. Okay. But when you hate a group of people or a fucking nation just because they're different, or just because you want to hate, that is wrong. That's basically human hating and not actual hating. Now you can say, well, what about the pedophiles? What about them? What about sexual offenders? What about them? Yes, you hate them, but not because they're, because we don't hate them because they're human. We hate them because they did those acts. Well, yes, that's of course understandable, but you also hate them as humans too, because you don't go and basically say like, I hate a pedophile because of the race, the color, of the skin or the race, basically the origins. That'll be stupid. I mean, there's no reason to hate. The reason to hate it is basically because he fucking had sex with a minor, or even worse, raped a minor. That's the reason to hate it. But before you even knew about that person, anything doesn't have to be in a different race. It can be white, it can be black, it can be yellow, it can be whatever. You hate that person because of some things. Everybody hates a successful person. That's fucking true, because we all want to be successful. You can respect a successful person, and that is good. Do not hate a successful person, respect the successful person. And see what the successful person did so that you can become successful. So that you can rise to the level that that person is. That you can call yourself, hey, I'm fucking successful. I did it a clean. I did clean game. No backhandling, no bribing, no, clean. Maybe that person became successful because he bribed, maybe because he, you know, had some favors, but I did it clean. That's a bigger accomplishment if you did your successful, you gained your success by playing a clean game, by being honorable, or at least trying to contain your own your own wishes to try to gain an unfair advantage, or even worse, a bribe, to bribe someone to gain that advantage. Now, unfortunately, in some countries you actually have to do it to actually become successful. There's no other way, or the way is even dangerous, and that is true. There are countries where success is very dangerous. Success is basically for rich people who bribe the government, and not the people who are not rich, but middle class people or even poor. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem of humanity in itself and humans. We don't hate. We hate humans. Basically, we're human haters, and we will kill each other first before some hurricane, before some apocalypse happens. We're gonna kill each other first. That's so fucking true. We will kill each other first. Doesn't matter what's the reason it's gonna be, we're gonna kill each other in the end. Just because we can't stand living with each other. We're always gonna have like moments where we're gonna be envious in our person. We're just like, I wish this person dies because they're so successful than I am. Did I have those moments? Yes. Everybody does. There's no person that didn't have that kind of moment. Every person has those kind of moments. You don't have to wish that the person to die, but you can wish for them to fail, so that you can gain, that you can become great, because you want the fucking spotlight. We all want the fucking spotlight. We all want to be successful, want to make something of ourselves and be remembered, because that's all that matters after we die. It doesn't matter like what we, it doesn't matter what we are. It counts if we are remembered. That's the whole point, to be remembered. You're alive as long as you're remembered. When people stop remembering you, then you're truly dead. Because no one's gonna remember you died. No one. Simply dead. That's it. Nothing special, nothing else. You're dead. You're a rotting body in a fucking grave somewhere. Nothing special. But if you're remembered, then you live in memory of others, because they remember you. They remember your good traits, your bad traits, your everything. They remember everything because you're worth remembering to those people. But anyways, let's continue on. I feel if I continue, this is gonna be like I have to make a whole special video about my own opinion and my own views on the world, which I'm not all too keen to share, because some people are gonna be offended. And offendingness and all of that shit. First of all, do not be afraid to offend people. People will not get offended only when you don't talk. When you don't fucking breathe, then people will not be offended. Immediately when you start breathing, when you start talking, someone's gonna get offended. But you should not care. And I know I myself said, you know, I don't want to offend anybody, but that's because I truly don't want to offend anybody. I want people to enjoy it. But sometimes I do have these opinions that I want to share, for people to at least stop a moment and see and think and realize, hey, you know what, maybe this motherfucker tells the truth. Maybe a little bit of the whole rant he's doing, maybe it's a little bit of truth. Maybe. Or maybe it's worth seeing it in myself. Maybe. Try to make myself a better person. Try to hate a little bit less. Maybe. That's all you can hope, man. That this speech, you know, makes you stop and think a little bit. But anyways, let's stop subscribing.
Plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided.
I haven't
We're
decided.
not gonna kill him.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say.
Sure,
I've
Helen.
known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on.
That's great.
Earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what
Oh,
you're doing.
trust me,
Dance
Helen.
is the
I
most
do
selfless
think
person
about
I've
these
ever
orders.
met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than
I know,
principle
that's what
alone.
I've been talking about
That's
these
why I'm
past 20
asking you,
minutes, I think. Maybe even 10
not
minutes.
just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
I'll hear him.
Alright, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station.
It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth.
It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Thank you, Scribe. Thank you. And by that, I'm gonna end the episode. Here's like this. I'm sorry I'm sorry if my little talk offended you. I'm really sorry. If it did, again, I'm sorry. If you didn't enjoy the episode, leave a dislike. If you did enjoy the episode, and if you do, at least stop and think about what I talked about, leave a like. Because honestly, that's all I want to. And tell me you appreciate it by liking, or say it in the comments. Say like, I appreciate it, or fuck you, man, you're right, or fuck you, man, you made me stop and think. Whatever, all stands. And if you enjoyed the episode beyond this talk, then I ask you to subscribe, leave a comment. I really appreciate the support. I would appreciate even the dislikes, because it shows that people do listen, even if they don't like what I say. They do listen. So I appreciate everything. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.